This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Pry off the cover on the left end of the instrument panel, then remove the fuel pump fuse from the fuse panel. Attempt to start the engine. The engine should immediately stall. Continue to crank the engine for approximately 3 seconds. Turn the ignition off and remove the key. The fuel system should now be depressurized. Disconnect the negative battery cable before continuing. The battery is located at the rear of the engine compartment. Slide the battery cover in a direction of the arrows, then lift it off to gain access to the negative battery terminal. Loosen the clamp nut, then disconnect the battery negative cable from the terminal. Ensure that the vehicle is parked on a level surface. Open the liftgate and position the rear seats as far forward as possible. Remove the carpeting from the luggage compartment. Remove the access trim panel from the floor. Remove the access hatch screws and lift the hatch away from the floor pan. Unplug the electrical connector from the pump and sending unit. Place rags beneath the fuel hoses to catch spilled fuel. Disconnect the fuel supply and return hoses. Identify each hose for position. Note the location of the arrows and support ring, then unscrew the plastic ring securing the unit in the tank. VW technicians use a special tool to unscrew the ring. However, 2 screwdrivers engaged with the slots in the ring and crossed over each other can be used if the ring isn't too tight. Alternatively, use a pair of large water pump pliers to loosen the plastic ring. Pull out the flange and seal from the fuel tank opening. Squeeze the ferrule and pull the fuel return pipe from the bottom of the flange. Disconnect the fuel gauge sending unit wiring and release it from inside the flange. Turn the inner section of the baffle housing counterclockwise, approximately 15 degrees, then lift out the fuel pump together with the inner section of the baffle housing. VW technicians use a special tool which engages these cutouts at the top of the fuel pump, and it is recommended that this tool is obtained if possible. It may be possible to use an alternative tool. However, the plastic is quite flexible and can be broken quite easily. The flange may be removed from the fuel pump if necessary by loosening the clamp and disconnecting the intermediate supply pipe. However, note the installed position of the pipe to ensure correct installation of the new pump. To remove the fuel lever sending unit, reach inside the fuel tank and depress the retaining tab on the side of the baffle housing. Carefully lift out the sending unit. Inspect the float on the sending unit swinging arm for punctures and fuel ingress, and replace it if it appears damaged. Replace the rubber seal from the fuel tank aperture. Inspect the sending unit wiper and track, clean off any dirt and debris that may have accumulated, and look for breaks in the track. If the flange was removed from the fuel pump, reconnect the intermediate supply pipe and tighten the clamp. Be sure to position the pipe in the correct direction. Insert the sending unit in the baffle housing and press it down until it engages in the retaining clip. Insert the fuel pump and inner baffle housing in the outer baffle housing so that the notch on the upper edge is aligned with the first mark on the housing. Using a tool, push the fuel pump housing down and turn it clockwise until it is aligned with the second mark on the housing. Lubricate the new rubber seal with clean fuel, then locate it on the flange. Attach the sending unit wiring to the inside of the flange and reconnect it to the bottom of the flange. The wiring must be wrapped once around the fuel return pipe. Reconnect the fuel return pipe to the bottom of the flange. Reinstall the flange to the tank opening in the correct orientation. Reinstall the support ring, then screw on and tighten the plastic ring. To ensure the alignment arrows are opposite each other, when the ring is fully tight, turn the flange slightly counterclockwise while the ring is being tightened. Reconnect the fuel supply and return hoses to their proper locations. Reconnect the electrical connector to the unit. Reinstall the access hatch and tighten the screws. Reinstall the trim panel to the floor. Reinstall the luggage compartment carpeting. Connect the battery cable to the negative terminal, then tighten the clamp securely. Install the plastic cover and slide it securely into place. Start the engine and check for normal fuel pump and fuel gauge operation.